Today in the show, I'm finally talking about it. I'm covering Young Justice #1. Spoiler alert, I really like it. Like, a lot. Like, a lot. Like, a lot. So the story starts out on what seems to be a different planet. Someone, and we don't know who, is talking about how there is some form of map that connects this world to Earth, and Earth is this person's birthplace. Now the Earth has been through what it calls a crisis 7 times, and every time the Earth goes through a crisis, everything that has ever touched the Earth changes. But because this world is connected to the Earth, when the Earth goes through a crisis, this world changes in a bad way as well. And it's revealed that this planet that is being negatively affected by the Earth is Gemworld. We then cut to Metropolis. We have Jenny Hex driving through the city. It's her first time in the big city, and naturally, she gets pulled over by a police officer. The police officer at first is like, "Do you know you have a tail light that's out?" And she's like, "Oh, I didn't know that. I guess, thanks." And then he's like, "Is this vehicle even safe to travel in?" And she's like, "I just drove it all the way from Dripping Springs, Texas. I guess it's safe." And then the police officer sees she has a gun in the car, and then the police officer wants to go through her stuff, and things just keep spiraling downwards. But that's when the sky begins to warp, and a bolt of light comes and hits the ground, and upon contact, the ground turns into gems. Fortunately, Jenny is able to drag herself and the police officer out of the way in time. And from this light appears warriors of Gemworld, and they want to see Superman. They begin attacking everyone and everything nearby them. The police officer is taken out within seconds, but Jenny can put up a fight. But that's when who should appear but Tim Drake, Robin. While all this fighting's going on, Tim's like, "You got any idea what's actually going on here?" And Jenny's like, "Nope, just got into town." Same situation with Tim, and Jenny's like, "Yeah, I thought you were like the Gotham City type." You see, what had happened was, literally 4 minutes ago, when Tim just got into town, he ran into Cassie Sandsmart. The two of them are so happy to see each other. Turns out Cassie is just working, and she's getting ready to go to school because she's not really sure what she wants to do with her life. You know, she's kind of an adult now. I guess she's like 18 years old. It's also quickly confirmed by like a side comment that she is Zeus's granddaughter now. So that's been like retconned into the story, because if you remember in Scott Lobdell's run, it was sort of vaguely implied but never confirmed, and then it was just never really addressed again. When Tim's like, "So what brought you to Metropolis specifically?" Cassie's like, "A lot of people say living under Superman can give you some kind of guidance, and that's just kind of what I need." But that's when the attacks start, and Cassie's like, "Tim, you go. I can't do this right now. I can't. Something is stopping her from getting involved in fights." Tim literally wails on someone that calls themselves Topaz. He literally doesn't give them a second to talk. Maggie Sawyer, one of the police officers, is on the phone, and she's like, "We need a full evacuation of the city now." But eventually the police officers are surrounded by the warriors of Gemworld, and it looks like they're all going to die, including Maggie Sawyer. But that's when they're just taken away, and they don't know by what. And the next thing we see is Impulse. And Impulse is like, "Call Superman, call the Justice League, call Harry Potter." And when they're all like, "Who are you?" He's like, "I'm Impulse." And then they're like, "Who?" And he's like, "Kid Flash." The best part about Impulse though is that he's just like monologuing to himself while he's fighting, and people around him are like, "Who the hell is talking?" Because he's moving too fast for them to see. But the fight still continues. They're still at odds with these warriors, and these warriors are like, "See, the people of Earth have no idea who we are or what they have done to us." Cassie's in a back alley watching all of this, and she takes a deep breath in and begins to cry, and knows that she has no choice but to fight. She flies in, literally saves Robin seconds before he's killed. And for a second, Tim is like, "Cassie, are you okay?" And she's like, "I'll freak out about it later." But then she's hit with like a lightning whip or something, is sent flying, and she's saved by a Green Lantern construct. But there's this Green Lantern mech kind of thing that says, "I'm the Teen Lantern. I'm new to this. What's going on?" The fight continues, and Bart is just like, "It's happening, it's happening." And people around him are like, "What's happening?" And Tim just like, "Ignore him." And he's still going, "It's happening." And he eventually just shouts, "Young Justice is back." And eventually the warriors just say, "On behalf of the Court of Opal, we accept Superman's forfeit." As the Court of Opal retreat, the team tries giving chase. And the next thing they know, they're separated. Tim wakes up and there's a sword at his throat and he asks where he is, and a woman just says, "What are you doing in the House of Amethyst?" When Bart wakes up, he obviously has no idea where he is, so he begins to run like he does to get an idea of exactly where he is, and it's not long before he runs into Superboy, Connor Kent. And that is the end of issue 1. This is what I came here for! So you guys know me, I'm not a fan of action scenes. I like drama. I like drama scenes. I loved this action scene because it interwove the drama into it. We saw Cassie's emotions. We saw Tim sort of being a bit rusty and a bit unsure of himself. We saw Jenny Hex being like, this is just a weird day. I liked that we got to even get an understanding of the Teen Lanterns' naivety, and they were barely in it. And I just loved how excited Impulse was to see everyone together again. Like, Impulse was me. I was literally the one that was like, it's happening, it's happening. Turn the page. It's happening! To me, this was sort of like a love letter, not only to the original Young Justice series, but to Jeff Johns' Teen Titans. And I really, really loved seeing that again. This is something I've been missing since about 2011 in comics. Like, I haven't had a book like this in so long, and I'm so happy I have one now. Like, I really loved this issue. Like, this was so good. And to start with a Gemworld storyline, which is a fairly obscure part of DC, is so cool. Like, I really enjoyed that they started with that storyline because that could have been bad, but they were willing to take the risk, or Bendis was willing to take that risk, and it works. When I was talking about how I was excited for this book, lots of people were like, oh, but Bendis is doing it. Are you sure you're excited? And I was like, yes, because this is what Bendis does well. This is Bendis all over. It's disconnected from the DC sort of main storyline that's going on, but it's still set in the continuity. It can be its own thing. Like, this is Bendis all over. I don't know why we didn't ask Bendis to do this 10 years ago. I won't be covering the rest of the storyline till the arc is over and the trade paperback is either out or nearly out. I don't really want to get in the way of people organically enjoying this book. So if you do want to get this book for yourself, I'll leave a link down below to mycomicshop.com to where you can get the first issue and a few of the variants. By the way, this had some really good variants. I got the Superboy variant because I can't really afford to get multiple variants at the moment, but I definitely want to get as many different variants of the series as I can. Like, this is going to be one that I put money aside for because the art is so good. The art in this is so good. Like, I loved every second of this. I loved how colorful it is. You know, obviously, I'm a fan of colorful comics. Like, my wall is like this on purpose. And this was so colorful. I loved it. I loved every second of this. This is so good. 10 out of 10. Bendis hit this out the park. Patrick Gleason did an amazing job on the art. Bendis did an amazing job on the writing. Like, I just couldn't have asked for more in this comic, other than maybe like one more page of Superboy, but then I really liked how he was introduced and then the comic ended, because now I'm really excited for next month. There have been so many comics, especially recently, where it ends and I'm like, you're gonna end it there? And I'm sort of frustrated I have to wait another month to continue the story. It's not excitement, it's frustration. And this, I'm just excited. If you guys don't know, I am working on sort of a Young Justice mini cosplay series. I have a donation link down below so I can sort of fund the first episode. My plan is to cosplay all 3 of the boys from Young Justice. After I get the first episode done, I will be doing an Indiegogo / a Kickstarter. Just the first episode is obviously a bit expensive to get off the ground, so if you're willing to donate, please be aware that there is a donation link down below, because I super want to cosplay Superboy. Like, oh my god, that Superboy design is so good. It's such a good update of his 90s design. Like, it's perfect. I love it. I can't wait till you guys see my cosplay on it. Like, what I've invested in so far, it's gonna look so good. I can't wait for you guys to see it. I know some of you want me to talk about this, Young Justice Outsiders. I haven't seen it yet. I'm actually in the process of rewatching the first 2 seasons of Young Justice, because when it came out, I actually didn't like it, but I was also in a bad mental space. And now I'm rewatching it, and I have changed my feelings on it, but I'm gonna keep it vague, because I do have a video coming out called So I'm Rewatching Young Justice. So keep your eyes peeled for that. But yeah, I will probably eventually watch Young Justice Outsiders, and you guys will be the first to know when I do. But I take things at my own pace on this channel. I'm not one of the people that like jump on the trends like, oh, Young Justice came out, I guess I'll make Young Justice videos. But like I said before, there'll be a link down below to mycomicshop.com to where you guys can pick up this comic for yourself. I absolutely recommend this comic. It's fantastic. I can't wait till the next issue is out. 10 out of 10. please support this comic because it's so good and it's everything I want to see from comics. And you guys know I've kind of had a hard time with comics as of late because every storyline's been so depressing. And this wasn't depressing, this was fun. And I need more fun. God damn it, I need so much more fun. Okay guys, that is it for today. So what did you think of this comic? Please let me know in the comments down below. Also don't forget to thumbs up, subscribe to all of my social links. Don't forget to check out my Patreon if you want to support the show, or my cosplay donation link. But seriously, if you donate just $1 to my Patreon, that gives you early access to all of my videos. Just $1, 24 hours early access. But for now, my name is Faust, this has been Exploring Comics, and it is super effective.